York Jets. The action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks.
Without a top-flight quarterback, the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Rodgers now on first down. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
The New York set to take the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's the way. Good dash. Go.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
We're set. 19. So we got man.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught by Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Under 10.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 88 yards.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's put that team on the front.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Come on now.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
No. 258. Number 53. Mike 53. I got it. 258.
A first down carry for Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Blue 58. Check 53. I got it. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, it's Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. Watson now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Watch the whip. Back to the four.
Now a first down throw. Watson buying time to his left. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Damiere Byrd His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield.
Those holes.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Look at this.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. On the counter, Hunt. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's hauled in by Ellington. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check safety, check safety.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
This is it. 19, 24.
They'll start the drive with Hill. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Three down. Hatch it.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st down, it's Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers throwing again. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Rodgers. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Matt Breida, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground.
The New York set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Hill one more time. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice.
55, 54.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Let's go.
On first and 10, Watson gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Watson forced out to his left. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
That's where you belong.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he powers his way up past the 30.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Bird to return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Alert, alert! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming! We got double up, double up. Alert! Wide, get wide!
On first down, Watson. Catch is made by Harry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's bring it. Show it in. Show it in. Check 52. Put it on, put it on.
Here's Watson. Complete to Jones. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Kill, turn up.
Here's Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run again with Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of it. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down, Steelers.
Win 18. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill. Win 18.
On 1st down, Hunt, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
18. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jordan Reed has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. They complete it to Hill. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd like to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
To throw again, Rodgers. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Bourne. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Get in the weight room. Check. Crunch. Grind him up.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Where's the set? Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run with Scott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You got that right there.
Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And once again, Hill, he's been busy, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, and it's Hill again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's trapping,
On the carry, it's Hill. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Justice Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 11, 1:39 to go. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll leave it for Hunt. Complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Rodgers now on first down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.